Okay, guys, welcome to the first ever Gerber Life Babies podcast. I am your host, Link. I am joined here by Wade and Pingu.
Yo, what's Pengu? What's up, bitches?
Yo, it's Wave. Let's get it going.
Today, we're going to be talking about this tier list of the top 30 best horror movies according to this list.
Probably dog shit. Who knows?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be dog shit.
Okay, at number 30 on the list, it actually has Host. Hey, isn't that kind of
Nah.
convenient, though? It's a horror movie about people in a group call, and what are we in?
A group call.
But like right here, it says why it's scary. Thanks to quarantine, we all speak fluent Zoom. The fuck does that mean?
Okay, in my opinion, I think Host, for the fact that it didn't have much money put into it, was actually a decent film.
And because it was completely done over Zoom.
Yeah, which
Like,
was cool too.
Like these people
That
weren't in person; they were doing this all through online.
that actually makes it better though.
Yeah, it was actually a good movie. The story wasn't too bad. It was a pretty okay horror movie.
Okay,
I can only really speak from the standpoint of me not seeing some of these, but yeah, if it was like if it was like low budget, done completely over online, fucking props for that.
yeah. Then number 29, we have the 2004 Saw.
Should have been like number 10, top 10 in my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
it
But,
should have been one of
that's
the
just
top
my
10
opinion.
because
In my
it spawned a whole new genre of horror.
Honestly, like the Saw movies, I will always have a soft spot from it. Even then, like I've been a bit of a defender of John Kramer, aka the guy who was actually Jigsaw.
Yeah,
Because
Saw,
if you know his story, it's like he was just a prison counselor, found out he had cancer, and everyone around him took life for granted while his clock was ticking. It was like, how dare you? I have filling in time left. You're taking all these little things I love for granted.
yeah, and he only went after those who did like some fucked up shit.
Honestly,
yeah,
like, not a bad guy. I mean, a bit nutty, but definitely not a bad guy. He had his reasoning. He did.
in my opinion, Saw is one of the best horror movies ever made. I love every Saw movie except the newest one. Anything before the new Jigsaw movie
Oh,
was
what's
good.
it? From the Book of
E-
Saw.
Even then, that one I
No,
thought
it's called Jigsaw, and
Oh,
it's pretty
even then
the
bad.
newest one's
that one.
called like Jigsaw from the Book of Saw.
Yeah,
Oh, Spiral. That's what it's called.
yeah.
Because of his cheekbones.
Number 28, we have the 1963 The Birds. So an old
I've never
Hitchcock movie.
Alfred
I've
Hitchcock.
never seen it. It sounds pretty funny. It sounds like one of those horror movies that are bad for our time, but good to watch because it's fun to like laugh at and
Surprise
say, "Man, people were scared of it."
Surprisingly, it actually still kind of holds up yet and everything for it coming out at its time it's did. It's legit about killer birds killing people.
Like I will say, Alfred Hitchcock, brilliant director, just because it was him. Immediate respect to the film already. I will say
And
that.
the reason why it scared people is because who would ever take just basic birds as just something you'd be scared of?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, Alfred Hitchcock, Alfred, bro, fucking genius. I love Alfred Hitchcock shit.
Okay, then coming in at 27, we have the 1978 Dawn of the Dead.
Um, I've seen that one a long time ago. Honestly, it was an okay movie. I just don't for the time, I feel like they could have did a little bit better makeup when it came to making them look undead than that.
Well,
But I mean, what do you expect? It was an old movie, so
and
you
the
got to give
zombies
them
are kind of
credit.
yeah, the zombies are kind of blue faced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
considering what era it was, the standard was probably a lot lower. We're used to like Let's be real. We're used to COD zombies being tame. Let's be
Hey,
honest.
but thanks to this movie, that gave the inspiration for Dead Rising 1.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
With the whole thing trapped in the mall with the undead.
And also the fact that it's Romero. 100% plus.
Okay, number 26, we have what would you call it, like a spin-off or something? We have Shaun of the Dead.
I don't really know what you would call that because it's like it's saying here like in the little synopsis
Kind of like
thing here
like
at
a
the
spoof
beginning.
movie.
Yeah, it sounds like a spoof like Scream was. I don't know much about it to really judge it fairly. All I can
Um,
say is I have heard of it before because of how much I've heard about it and how little negative I've heard about it. I say 26 is probably justified. What do y'all think?
I've seen it. It's pretty much just Zombieland, just a off-brand Zombieland, just with a little bit more practical effects.
Yeah, I'd say pretty much the same thing, just before its time, Zombieland.
Yeah.
Okay, number 25. This one's actually pretty low on the list. I definitely would have thought this would have been in the top 10.
Same.
But we have the 1984 A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Honestly, should have been at least top 15 in my personal opinion.
Robert England sold the character.
Yeah, he was. I don't think anybody could play Freddy Krueger as good as he can.
Just like
You
in the
know.
same vein as Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, Robert England is Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
And
that. And Wes Craven as the director also.
yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot go wrong with that. Ain't no way.
Okay, at number 24, we have The Evil Dead 2.
Oh, I don't have much to say about this movie. It was. I'll just say it was okay. I don't think it should be on this list at all. I mean, it was cool. The gore was pretty good, but honestly, I don't think it's made for this list. I think it should just if there was a list just talking about maybe gory horror movies, then yes, but just horror movies in general, no. This shouldn't be on the list.
If they would
I
have
like
picked one, they should have picked The Evil Dead 1, because in my opinion, that was definitely a lot better.
Yeah.
But you
I
also
like
have to give it its credit because it's still the start out of Sam Raimi as the director. Because him and Bruce Campbell were both pretty young when this movie was made.
I will say though,
Yeah.
I'd like to picture this particular news site used for Evil Dead 2. That's such a nice face.
Yeah, just Bruce Campbell screaming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Evil Dead game just came out also, what, like 4 days ago, I believe.
Oh, that game looks very good. I've seen plenty of gameplay on it. That's the first game in a while that's a zombie game I've seen that I'm actually kind of wanting to play. It looks very good.
You know what, if we all get it, we could even just do a video on that too.
You
Yeah,
saying that
it
way?
looks really good.
You saying that way makes me feel sad for COD zombies. It
COD
does.
Zombies, it honestly the way Evil Dead looks, COD Zombies don't have shit on it.
Okay, next up at 23, we have the Babadook.
Um, that one's weird. Very weird. That one reminds me of Cartoon Cat. You know that shit? The Cartoon Cat shit? That's what
Yeah.
that movie reminds me of.
Yeah, I could never get myself to watch. I seen the trailers and stuff for it, and I just thought it looked boring. So I never even attempted to watch it.
Paul?
The concept is completely different from anything I've ever seen because it's based off. So basically, she reads him this little book to sleep or whatever, and basically the cat in the book comes out of the book and tries to kill him. Right?
Isn't there like an old like Germans? I believe it's German, like an old story like that, Like they would tell their kids and stuff like, yeah, you best behave and everything like this, or otherwise this man comes and gets you in the night.
Yeah,
I
the
thought that
boogeyman.
thought that was that was wasn't that the thing for like the German thing, like Krampus shit, wasn't it? You know, you better behave, or there's this furry demon that's gonna come out and beat you.
No, Krampus was like the reverse Santa. He would take you instead of leaving stuff, because he would go after the naughty kids.
The idea that's funny though. Just casually taking kids.
Okay, at number 22, we have the 2011 The Cabin in the Woods.
Dude, the one about the cabin in the woods.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods, pretty good. I feel like the effects were a little kind of cheesy, but overall, I think the story was good and it gave you a couple little scares the first time you watch it. So a pretty decent movie.
And kind of like in Scream, they had references to other horror movies and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And during the one cube scene, you could actually see some of the zombies from Left 4 Dead in there. If I remember right, I believe it was the boomer, the tank, and the witch you could see.
Yeah.
The Scream franchise overall is godly, but Cabin in the Woods I feel like capitalizes on what it did.
Okay, next up we have the 2018 A Quiet Place.
Um,
My mind
I
immediately
did not like this movie. I know a lot of people think it's scary. In my personal opinion, I think it's pretty stupid.
my mind immediately goes to the kid that, despite being told not to numerous times, took the batteries out of that flashlight or whatever and put it into his fucking toy. And then like legit 5 minutes later he gets fucking destroyed.
Yeah, that kid deserved it though.
He did.
Yeah.
And they're idiots. There's a waterfall you could live behind. Plenty of noise that would keep them away from it and everything. So you can make all the noise you want behind there. Yet you don't decide to
Exactly.
live there.
Legit.
Okay, number 20, we have 2007 Paranormal Activity.
This one
Okay.
This one sparked a lot. This one actually had a lot of influence on the culture.
This was a film franchise that just kept getting shittier and shittier as it went on, though.
Okay.
True.
Paranormal Activity 1 was, in my opinion, in my opinion, it's not really scary, but it's psychologically scary. Like, it fucks with you,
Yeah,
you know?
this one fucked with you and mainly relied on more like a jump scare style.
Which, as Paranormal Activity went, like you said, it went to shit, like utter shit. It was okay. Like, the first movie's not good. I don't think it should be on this fucking list at all. But I think the reason why it can be on this list is because it started that kind of horror kind of stuff, trying to, do, found footage horror,
Yeah,
you know?
with the Blair Witch started.
Yeah.
Thing is, the Blair Witch did it right though. That's what to understand.
Yeah,
It
because
was
a lot
based
of
on
people actually thought the
horror.
Blair Witch was actually real. They thought it was
Well, I
legit
mean-
found footage and everything for a while until they came out and said, "No, this is just a movie."
Right. It was based on a true thing though, and that, like, nonetheless, the fact that it was based on a true thing did add to its scare value. And I don't know. I love the Blair Witch. I keep loving it. I do love it for what it is. Is that Paranormal Activity? I don't know. I don't know.
I'll give Paranormal Activity a 50 out of 100, like a 5 out of 10 movie. It wasn't bad, it wasn't good. It was like mediocre, okay.
Exactly. It's like you can get like really drunk or high.
But there are way worse horror movies out there than Paranormal Activity, so that's why I feel like it's even able to be on this list because there's such shitty horror movies out there.
Paranormal Activity is legit just one of those horror movies that you actually feel comfortable letting your kids watch.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, then at number 19 we have 1977 Suspiria.
I haven't watched this movie. A lot of people tell me to watch this movie. They say it's pretty good. I don't know how anybody else feels about it. Has anybody in here watched it at all? I've never
I
seen it.
haven't, but like you, I have been told to watch it.
Yeah,
But
I
I
can't say
haven't.
much about this either. I've seen clips and stuff of it, but I haven't actually watched the full thing.
So I feel like just for the sake of fairness, we cannot really critique this because none of us have really seen it.
Yeah. So let's just move on to number 18, which is 2005's The Descent.
This movie was surprisingly good because it was different. You know, it was all right. We're gonna go take a dip inside this cave because why not? You know, back then, you remember like back
Yeah.
then and that time the movie set in, a lot of people like to swim inside of quarries and stuff because the water's blue and everything.
Yeah, just going splunking.
Yeah, I like the way this movie was made, and it was pretty funny. It had some comedic relief to it. It wasn't just all serious and stuff.
And this one actually dove into other people's fears that other movies haven't. Claustrophobic.
Yeah,
Because there's not many other horror movies that actually deals with claustrophobia in there.
yeah.
And this one actually did those weird fucking blind monsters that go by sound a lot better than A Quiet Place did.
Yes, a lot better.
Okay, then at number 17 we have the 2015 It Follows.
Never seen it, never heard of it, so I can't critique this one myself.
I actually had watched this movie. It's this like spirit demon thing that's pretty much like an STD.
Okay.
It will follow you. It can take a form of whatever it wants as a person. So you can't really tell if it's it coming after you or if it's just a person. But the only way to pass it on is to have sex with another person. Then the spirit goes after them. But if it kills them, it moves back onto you again.
Holy shit.
So essentially, what it's not saying, but what it's basically saying is either be a whore or die. Is that about right?
Pretty much. Easiest way to do it, just go find some prostitutes.
From what I heard, I feel like this is one of the only horror movies ever made that's trying to do like an STD awareness kind of thing.
Honestly, though.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, then at number 16, we have An American Werewolf in London.
Classic.
It is, though.
Especially that transformation scene.
Yes. It
Oh,
looks so bad.
It looks so
turned
bad,
into-
but good at the same time.
Yeah, it was good for the fact that it was practical effects. You know?
It's like for the 80s, it's good, but
But you can tell, like, God, his face looked like Vienna sausage for a minute.
She's just made out of Play-Doh.
excuse me.
Okay, then at number 15, we have Wreck.
That is probably one of my favorite found footage horror movies, I'm being honest. That shit is creepy. I've seen it. I don't know if y'all have, but it is a pretty scary movie.
Yeah,
in my
I've seen
opinion.
it, yeah.
A lot of these you can tell by the picture itself, though. And the
But
picture it's showing, it definitely holds up. I can just
Yeah,
tell
where
by
they,
the
where they
picture
get
it's
turned
holds
into
up.
these demonic zombie things.
Oh shit, yeah.
Personally, I feel like there's a better found footage movie. I'm not gonna say it until we get through the list, but you know what? I'll say it because I'll probably forget. My favorite found footage movie is As Above or so below as above so something like that. I think y'all know what I'm talking
I
about.
believe it's what? As Above, So Below.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
movie is fucking crazy because nothing happens through the first half of the movie, but you're expecting something to happen. It ain't till they go through the gates of hell that something happens.
Yeah.
The next movie in the list is basically my baby, though. I do love this movie.
Yeah, number 14, we have the 1999, The Blair Witch Project.
This actually took place
This
in the
is the one that started found footage horror movies,
top
made it
10.
what they were today.
When I say, I would dare to say it's one of the best examples of how to do it right.
Yeah, because
No, in
when
my
it came out, people legit thought it was something that actually happened, that this was just found footage that they played. And what did it say? They legit had to contact police and everything to get a hold of them to make sure the cast was all right and everything.
Fun fact, on top of that, they actually banned entry into the Black Forest here in Maryland because of some people after seeing the movie wanting to go investigate the shit for themselves. They had to ban entry, dude.
Well, that's just Maryland for you.
Pretty much, yeah, a bunch of retards here. I wish I could straighten them all out, but I can't.
Okay, then at number 13, we have The Witch.
never seen it, never heard of it.
I watched this one.
I think I've heard of it, but
Was it
I've
good, bad, or was it just okay?
What do you
I
think?
actually enjoyed watching it.
Okay.
Yeah, since you two haven't watched it, I won't really say much about it. I just say, yeah, it takes place back during the Pilgrims and stuff.
But would you say it's a movie worth watching if you just get bored and decide you want to watch a horror movie? That's
Oh,
not too
yeah.
scary, but
Yeah, I'd
good.
recommend watching it, yeah.
Honestly, just
All
by you
right.
saying pilgrimage is enough for me. I do enjoy learning more about those times, even if it's just watching like horror films based off fictional shit from that time. It's an interesting time, you know.
Yeah, back then, because there's no technology, anything like that. No cars or anything like that at all. This is all
Exactly.
hand tools and everything else.
And back then, the threat of witches was very much real, so it can add a very good bunch of suspense to it as well.
Okay, then coming up next, we have the 1973 version of The Wicker Man.
Um, I've seen it. In my opinion, it's so old. It's more of just something you watch to kind of make fun of, but also enjoy story wise. I don't think it's out to scare you nowadays, but I imagine back then it would.
Well, it's definitely a lot
But
better than the Nicolas Cage The Wicker Man.
yeah, but this movie is pretty funny. Like it has
Yeah.
some very good humor in it.
Okay, moving up, we have 2017's Get Out.
I've
That's just
seen it. I honestly think this is one of the better newer horror movies that's come out because it was different.
I do appreciate a different take on horror. People don't really do that anymore. But like when it happens, I do love it. Like for example, it's probably not on this list, but Us. I did enjoy Us for what it did.
Yeah.
Did enjoy it.
Well, and it's a
I
Jordan Peele movie also.
definitely, yeah.
Okay, and then coming up okay, we're in the top 10 movies now. So number 10, we have 28 Days Later.
Never. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I've heard of it, but I have never seen it.
I seen it how long ago, but I can't really remember that much about it. I do remember it was good though. It's one of the better zombie movies.
Okay.
Oh, and number 9, we're starting to get into the real shit now.
Okay, number 9, we have the 1996 Scream.
Love this
That's a
film.
great one.
I love this.
Great movie.
I can't even call it a movie. I gotta call it a film. It's a great film.
The first Scream was a masterpiece, in my opinion.
Honestly,
Yeah, because it took it serious and everything. How many different references to other horror movies in it?
Yeah. I like
legit.
how they referenced. I like how they reference like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Halloween.
They
Yeah,
reference.
Halloween.
They
I
reference
think they
that.
even referenced. I think they even referenced Texas Chainsaw Massacre
I
movie. You know
believe
what
they
I'm talking about?
did.
I love how in the beginning fucking phone call, Gus like he just immediately starts berating her like dude, you're fucking dumb. It was his mother in the first one.
Yeah, just
Remember
we just
like
gotta pay attention. They said, "Who is the killer in Friday the 13th?"
right, not in two, not in three, no, as in the original. And she had the nerve to say Jason, bro. Like, nah, it was his mom. You even got to say her name to say Jason's mom,
Yeah,
and
it was
well,
fucking Pamela.
yeah, Pamela. I forget her name a lot.
Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah, because technically Jason isn't out to kill people. It's his mom forcing him to do that shit.
Not even that. It's the fact that I don't
She's the
know.
one that rose him from the dead
Because
too
in
to
his
kill
mind, he
people.
keeps hearing "Kill him, Jason. Do it for mommy."
Yup. Do it for Jason. Do it for Mama. Kill them all. I do love Jason though. One of my favorite fucking slashers.
Okay, then at number 8, we have the 1979 Alien.
Horror movie wise, no. Being a science fiction movie, it's very good. I do think it's a slow story build up, but it has its place. It's a great movie.
Especially,
Yeah, very
That's
suspenseful.
really
You got the you got the slower build up and everything, and then you get to the part where the guy's having chest convulsions. So you're thinking, "Oh, okay, this is really what it's gonna be." Get him on the table just for a few seconds later for a chest burst or just to blow out of his chest.
exactly. They did really fucking well handling that. They kept it down to earth until like the very end. That's awesome.
And they're also trapped in space, so it's not like they really got that much places to
yeah,
go.
yeah. They're not on Earth. They're not down to Earth.
Yeah, they're up in a space shuttle. Wait, I hate you. Just letting you know that now. Wait, I hate you.
I know.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorites. At number 7, we have the original Jaws.
I've seen
Amazing
it.
movie.
I've seen it maybe because all the horror movies before this, I've been such high caliber, and when I finally saw it, it seemed like a mid. But I will say, what they did for how they did it, for like all the actors involved, how they acted, how they handled their roles, especially how they handled Jaws.
Yeah,
I think
especially with
pretty
how
good.
much the fucking robotics for Bruce kept fucking up on set.
Exactly, like you gotta give that bit credit. You gotta give like, hey, you persevered, fucked with that robot,
Yeah,
and got it in the end.
and just the amazing fucking ending with the what was it, CO2, giant CO2 tank for underwater and everything, and the mouth, and he
Yeah,
just shoots it, and the shark just explodes.
And Jaws 2 was good, but then when Jaws 3 hit, that's when it went to utter shit out
Yeah,
of nowhere.
only 2 Jaws movies exist. I don't know where you're getting this third one from. Did you hit
Oh
your
I
yeah,
head?
my bad.
Did you hit your head or something?
Yeah, I think
I
I
don't
did. I'm
I
sorry.
don't remember there ever being a Jaws 3. And you also have to give it credit because this one actually introduced people to fear of the open water. Because this is a movie that actually
Yeah,
gave people fear of the ocean.
right.
those people
Before,
didn't realize like what was out there.
one thing I will say
But
though, it
in
did.
my opinion, this movie is what sparked the fear of sharks because before people weren't really scared of sharks. They would
That's a bit
because
weird. Be
because
completely
sharks
surprised.
don't really purposely try to eat a person. They're more eating seals and shit.
Honestly, sharks typically they're honest, like legit, like whatever role you think dolphins have in society, it's actually sharks that have that role. Dolphins are dicks.
Hey, but just to give a dolphin credit though, if a shark is attacking you, a dolphin will defend you.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen that happen
that
so
much
many
is true.
times.
Yeah, that much is definitely true for sure. but we cannot deny dolphins. If they're
But
allowed to,
but
they
you
will be
have to be
dead.
lucky for there to be a shark and a dolphin in the same area at the same time.
Exactly. Dolphins bully sharks too, man.
Whales bully everything.
True, whales don't give a
Yeah,
shit.
they just go and everybody runs.
There's how many
They're
videos of like seals and stuff just getting launched by the whale tail.
Whales just don't care. They're literally too big to care.
Okay, moving on. At number 6, we have 1978 Halloween.
A fucking
Oh,
classic.
utter classic. Should have been top 5, but
Love
that's
this
all I can really
fucking movie.
say.
I love
Great
this fucking
movie.
movie. I love it. I
Cause
love this movie.
yeah, because what else can you do against the boogeyman?
Wait, did you hear this fact? I didn't know this. Who did you know that the mask is an old Star Trek mask?
Yeah, it's what?
Pretty cool.
It's Captain Kirk
Yeah.
painted white with dyed hair.
Yeah, it's Captain Kirk. Yep.
Because they actually had an overstock of them, so they said, you know what? Let's just use this.
I do love that movie though. Like Amityville Horror, my first horror movie, second horror movie, the original Halloween.
And you have to give credit with Jamie Lee Curtis even coming back for the remakes.
Oh,
She
definitely.
sticked with that series.
Jamie Lee Curtis is a fucking legend, and I will forever respect her.
I don't respect her opinion on gun rights, but
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like those views how different in terms of the movies. I respect her. I don't give a shit about her views. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Respect where it's due, man.
And this is definitely number 5. We have the 1973 The Exorcist.
It should be number 3, top 3 though.
Yeah, The Exorcist is one of the horror movies that still fucking creep me out. No matter how many
Honestly,
times I rewatch it.
Did you
just
guys
straight up.
know when it actually first came out in theaters, they legit gave you a barf bag just in case you had to throw up while watching it?
Yeah.
It was definitely one of those fucked up things. Like I remember I'm the devil.
Oh, when what was it? Pazuzu possessed Reagan.
I am Pazuzu.
It's been a while. I
Fucking
believe that's
spider
what
walking
the
down
demon was
stairs.
called. Pazuzu.
Yeah, Pazuzu. Was it fucking High Demon of the West?
It's been a while since I watched it. I just remembered the priest to sacrifice himself at the end, gets the demon from him, gets the demon from Reagan, puts it into him, and just immediately leaps out the window.
Just offs himself. Just takes care of it all by
Sacrifice himself to save the child.
Badass though. That massive fucking respect there. Number 4 though, Hereditary, 2018. If you're not ready for this movie, it can fuck with you.
I've never seen this one.
I have seen it, and it can fuck with you. It's pure psychological horror. It takes every opportunity to fuck with you.
Okay.
You want to know something, Pingu?
What?
I couldn't even watch this movie. I got bored.
To be fair,
I think I watched probably 30 to 40 minutes of it, and I couldn't even watch the rest. I got bored.
Yeah,
that's normal for psychological horrors though. Shit gets boring.
honestly, though, it is. Like the ending though it was just straight fucking weird. The ending was just straight fucking weird. Legit, from beginning to end, it will just fuck with you. And there's no rhyme or reason for any of it. It'll just take every single liberty and fuck with you.
Okay, then at number 3, we have 1982, The Thing.
A thing.
Pretty creepy movie for the fact it was made in the 80s.
And
Surprisingly
And this
creepy.
movie is still my all-time favorite horror movie. Just
I
down
would
to
say-
just down to the practical effects, down to the fact that this movie actually made the characters have a brain and actually know what to do. All the other ones,
Yeah.
it was always, oh, I'm the damsel in distress running from a killer. And this one, like, no, we're actually going to do this. They tied everyone up. They took blood samples from them to do blood tests on them to figure out who's the thing and who's not.
That scene was so fucking suspenseful, just running down the list, man.
And yeah, fucking Kurt Russell as the main guy.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell as Mac. Okay, then at number 2, we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Honestly, really fucking valid, because it basically created the slasher genre.
No, okay. The reason why this movie is up there in the number 1, or is up here in this top part, is because this is based off an actual real killer. Like, this is a real person that actually killed people, ate them, put their face on their face just to hide themselves. It's fucking
No, it wasn't to
terrifying.
hide himself. So the guy's name was Ed Gein. He was super obsessed with his mother. That's also the inspiration for the main character in Psycho, his obsession with his mother. So after his mother died, he took a full-on skin suit, head to toe, just so he could dress up as his own mother. He had human skulls that were bowls. He had a lampshade made out of a human face. The guy was just completely fucked in the head, and that's where they got the inspiration for multiple movies, and he was the main inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Accidentally scrolled ahead to number 1, but I agree with number 1.
Pingu, I'm suing you.
No, I'm suing you.
No. Wade, we're suing Pingu now. He's cheated.
What's number 1? Oh,
Pingu,
okay, number 1.
Pingu has cheated, and he scrolled ahead while we were still talking about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
My screen didn't load, and I thought it was
We should give like an overreaction for number 1. Like
oh my god,
we're at the number 1.
Number 1, oh my god. Number 1? Whoa, number 1. How are we at 1 already?
Number 1? Oh shit, number 1.
How the fuck
Holy shit.
How are we at 1 already?
I don't know, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, but at number 1 we have The Shining.
I don't think it's a number 1. I think it's a top 10 for sure, but number 1, no. Definitely not number 1.
No, I could see number 1 just because of how perfect Jack Nicholson sold the character.
That's true.
No one could play like he did.
Here's Johnny.
No one could play that psychotic role like he did.
And it's pure fact on pop culture. Like, once it released, it was like a semi-truck just ran through pop culture, man.
Yeah, there's how many references for the "Here's Johnny" line? How many references for Room 237?
Exactly, like, considering what it fucking did, like, even by itself, it's a really good movie, but adding on top everything else it did, it is absolutely deserving the number 1 spot. I wish it was another movie, but it's The Shining. What you gonna do, you know?
I do want to point out one thing. In my opinion, Silent Hill should have been on this list somewhere.
Silent Hill is fucking awesome. I love Silent Hill.
It don't have to be the movies. I think when I say Silent Hill, I mean the games. The movies were hard to follow, but when you played the games, like the second one on PS2, that shit scared the shit out of me as a kid.
You know what?
Silent
what about like the
Hill?
movie The Grudge?
Yeah, that was a good one too. I remember that one.
Silent Hill.
Where's
Always...
Wait. I just thought about this. Where's Friday the 13th? There's not one Friday the 13th movie on here.
Wait, hold on. You're actually hold on.
Like, they would rather choose Hereditary than Friday the 13th.
Yeah, there's not even a
What
there's not even a Child's Play either.
Actually,
Yeah, where's Chucky?
Actually, yeah, like, at the very least, put them at the bottom of the list.
Have an honorable mentions list. Like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
No, let's make our own
Have an
honorable mentions then.
mention.
Okay, honorable mentions. Friday the 13th. Any Chucky movie, as long as it's not the new one.
Yeah, or The Seed of Chucky. The seed of Chucky is only good for the kills, not the actual
Hannibal
movie.
Lecter,
Oh,
honorable mention.
the Silence of the
that is,
Lambs.
Silence of the
Yeah,
Lamb and
Silence of the
Hannibal.
Lambs.
Hannibal was the second one, but yeah. Hannibal
Um,
actually followed his wait no. It was Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal, and then Hannibal Begins, where it was like it follows him as a fucking kid, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
yeah,
I've seen all of them.
those are really the honorable mentions that I've really wanted to point out for the most part.
Honestly, it's fucking same.
Yeah, or even was pretty much The Shining Part 2, Doctor Sleep.
Yes.
Oh, um, uh, this ain't really a horror movie, but it's not meant to be scary. But like as a kid, the shit freaked me out. But you remember Edward Scissorhands?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That shit was creepy as kids. You have to admit that shit was kind of creepy. Until you figure out that he's just a little softy shit.
You know what movie is not a horror movie, but you could classify it as?
What movie?
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yes, bro.
Because just the one part where they're doing the whole sacrifice thing, and he
Yeah,
just
that
rips
shit's-
out a guy's heart.
That shit is creepy. You're right.
Yeah, it's not really a horror movie, but it has some horror aspects to it.
Honestly, that list is okay. It has flaws.
I would
but
say
honestly,
I agree with half of it. A strong half.
I agree. I agree with the strong half too. I just feel like they're missing Friday the 13th. Silent Hills definitely deserves to be on that list, even if it's number 30. Silent Hill is a pretty scary movie. That's really all I can think of scary wise at the moment. I don't really think anything's too scary. But yeah, pretty decent list. I think As Above, So Below, like I said, should be on there. That was a pretty scary movie. Just because it fucked with you.
Yeah.
Psychological horrors don't really get enough credit, man. They're good. You just gotta find a good.
You just have to follow it. You can't just not try
Yeah.
to comprehend. You have to take your time and try to comprehend what's going on in a psychological horror.
Like legit, the best way to take a fucking psychological horror is to pay attention.
Because
Like,
if you lose track, you just lost everything.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, like legit. If you just watch, like, if you straight up watch, not even pay attention, if you just watch it all the way through, not think about anything else but watch it, and keep mind of everything that happens, those shits can leave you sleepless sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm not even
and
gonna-
it's those type of movies like a Friday the 13th Nightmare on Elm Street. You can just watch it from any point. Like a psychological, you need to be there at the very beginning.
That's
Wait,
why I
what
saying,
was?
like fucking Hereditary was creepy because
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit. I didn't mean to hit my mic, but what was that horror movie about? Like don't turn the lights off or you will die.
Oh shit! I know what you mean. Fuck. What was
I heard of it. I just can't think of the name right now.
It's
Guys,
lights
what
out.
the
It's
fuck?
lights out.
That's what's called Lights Out.
That shit. I thought it was stupid, but I could see why it could be scary for other people. People who's afraid of the dark will fucking hate that movie. Like they will despise it.
I won't even like. I can't even say it's a fear of the dark, but like a paranoia of like. I've heard like people. Like I've heard like shit like climbing the fence, running through like my grass at 3 a.m. While I was just outside sitting in the dark, just relaxing.
You know what's another one?
But
Don't Breathe.
I've never heard of that.
It's
one.
that one where the people are gonna rob the old blind man for all of his money and everything, but he's pretty much a blind version of John Wick, and he can tell where you are just by sound alone.
That sounds like a good fucking movie, though.
All right, so what's our next list? What next list we gonna look at?
Oh wait, you know what's another honorable mentions? Because you can't really just say one. All the Universal Studio monster movies.
Yeah, like Dracula, Frankenstein. Yeah.
I actually heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently they're going to be doing a remake of Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Hell yeah. Probably my favorite one of those movies is The Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yes, that was the horror list. Yeah, we all agreed about 50 of it we agreed with and everything. Some great ones on there, some iffy.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been better, but it wasn't as bad as the fucking Rotten Tomatoes list. Like, what the fuck was that?
That list, okay, like, hold on, Link, are you recording right now? Because
Yeah.
if you are, I'm about to tell these guys something. Okay, look, guys, listen up. That Rotten Tomatoes list was so bad, I genuinely think a 3-year-old can make a better list.
I think somebody who hasn't even watched a horror movie but just knows horror movies doesn't have to watch them. Doesn't actually have to watch a movie would make a better list than whoever made that list.
You know what?
Honestly,
You know what, guys? If you want us to talk about it and do the same thing for that list, just leave a comment or something. We'll do it.
that ass, if you want, we can get drunk as shit and really tear it apart for y'all.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do a drunk podcast. That'd be fucking incredible.
That I mean, I'm drunk right now. I just have tea right beside me, and I've been sipping throughout.
Oh, you know.
We ha-
Wait, it'd be fucking hilarious.
what?
Drunk Minecraft podcast.
Holy shit! Yes.
Or we're just like playing survival, and we're just talking about this shit.
I do think. Oh, I forgot to mention. There is going to be a little surprise for every Friday's episode.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what it is because I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see Friday. It's gonna be pretty lit.
All we can say is because it's not really giving much away, but it's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And if y'all would like to see us do some sort of gaming kind of shit, just leave a comment, my boys.
Honestly,
Leave a
please
comment,
do.
leave suggestions. We'll be down for anything.
Yeah, honestly, we're doing this for fun, and we love to hear y'all's input because it helps us make better content for y'all. We're here to make the content, so please tell us what you'd like to see.
Yeah, leave comments, leave links to different websites you want us to review. We can do anything. We can do stuff from music to comics to movies.
Like
Shit, we can even sit here and get fucking drunk and watch through like a dumbass, shitty cartoon movie or like Dr. Seuss's Cat in a Hat, the movie, and just fucking make fun of it for an hour.
There's actually an animated one where it's basically just a straight rip from the fucking books. Then there's of course live action one, which is of course just its own fucking thing entirely.
So are y'all ready to move on to another list, or what are you thinking we should do?
I'm ready. I'm cool with whatever.
What are you thinking, Link? You're the host.
Yeah, I'm thinking since this is our first one, we don't want it to be too long. We don't want it to be too short. So I think this is a good time to end this one here, and we can pick it up next time.
All right, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, like we've been saying. Just let us know what you want to see, and we'll get to you. Heart your shit, and hell, I'll be checking out the comments on my personal account, and I'll be just commenting and interacting with the comments myself. I don't know about anyone else, but I know I will be.
Yeah, I'll be down in the comments also.
If we get comments on the first episode, I'm not expecting too much, but you know.
Media definitely. I'm just, if you enjoy this and you want to see more, feel free to interact.
I mean, either way, we're gonna fucking do this shit.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it.
I'm having a good time with it so far.
Yeah.
Nothing's even real.
Yeah, just like we all said, we're just doing it for the hell of it. We want to do it because we're having fun doing it. And I can be speaking for everyone here, but we do appreciate you watching and everything. It means a lot to us.
It honestly does. If you've been able to listen to us ramble about movies and be able to follow along and be like, if anything was like, yeah, I agree with them, truly fucking grateful, bros. Truly.
Yeah, and stay tuned every now and then. we are going to be trying to have some guests on here. It is going to be always us three together, though, with maybe a guest every now and then.
Yes.
And believe me, we will try to find some really good guests for y'all. And again, and understand though, because we're small, we can only do so much. But if we get bigger, we do promise we will attempt to get bigger and better guests more we can.
Yeah,
Somebody invite Elon Musk.
Elon Musk would be down for if we get big enough and we say it's for a meme though.
we'll offer him a blunt.
You can't even smoke this
We'll
shit.
we'll offer him Instagram for free.
We'll give him Discord.
Hey, I'd be completely fine with that.
No, because remember who
No,
owns
let's
this
let-
war.
let-
No. Daddy Bezos won't allow
You know
it. Remember,
what?
he hates Musky Musk.
No, let's give Elon Musk Skype.
Skype,
Yeah.
Skype.
Yeah, who the fuck uses Skype anymore?
Right.
Shit's fucking
Who the
ancient at this point.
Who the fuck uses that piece of shit platform anymore?
Has there even been an update or anything of that shit recently?
Probably fucking not. That shit's probably still the same as Skype.
Yeah.
Probably still has light mode. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even have dark mode. It's not even with the dark mode vibes yet. It's still fucking based off Windows 7.
Windows Vista. Yeah, but again, thank you guys for watching. We are going to be ending it here. If you did enjoy it, like and subscribe down below. Leave a comment of any suggestions on what you want us to review, and we will talk about it. Yet again, I am your host, Link. These are my co-hosts, Pingu and Wade. Thanks for watching.
It's Wade right here, the guy with the brick wall behind him. Remember this
We'll see
face.
you all next time.